So anyway, Tucker Carlson, another guy in trouble.
He said something naughty, TJ.
He's a bad man.
And he should be punished for it. I hate
it's funny
that we live in a time where I got to come wave the banner of Tucker Carlson. Because I hate this motherfucker just as much as the next dude does.
No, he's a piece of shit. He's terrible.
But I gotta fucking
say...
And
me and Paul both were like, man, he deserves to be fired just for being Tucker Carlson. But
if they were letting go of him because he's a bow tie wearing cuck that like nobody wants to listen to anymore, no argument for me. But because of some stupid edgelord shit he said 10 years ago when it was okay to do that, fuck you.
Yeah, people act like the same
you
standards.
You can't retroactively apply the current fucking social climate to 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago and expect to find anything but wrong.
It'd be like trying to hold people's fucking fashion faux pas from the 80s against them or some shit.
Look at this fucking feathered haircut that TJ used to have in the 80s. What a dumbass. How are you going to take anything that comes out of his mouth seriously with that bowl cut he's sporting in this picture? It's like, what is this?
Well, you know what? I'm actually kind of convinced that is a good point.
That is a good point.
That was a good point.
It's like high school, though, dude. It's like fucking high school has been
Oh, you'll believe what
reality.
Tucker said. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like a bunch of girls.
Here is Tucker's most recent response to the outrage. And I don't know how. I mean, it's quite long. We'll see how much we actually get through, but.
Good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson tonight.
Well, I'd rather not.
Tucker faced.
Certain people have started to disappear.
Crackdown on dissent.
He's right.
Like vagrants or runaways, the usual missing
I love those
persons,
news graphics.
But fairly prominent, well-educated people with dissenting political opinions. One day you're watching them or reading them online. The next time you check, they're gone.
All right. Well, let's be fair. Some of those dudes have disappeared because they were involved in like constant like sexual advances against other people. Especially in the news arena, some of those people that have worked your job and above have disappeared, probably for good reason.
I mean, yeah, they've been accused by sexual assault or inappropriate things by like 30 or 40 women, like Charlie Rose, Matt Lauer. I mean,
so let's not act like it's always Cosby. Just their hot button political opinions that get them fucking thrown off.
No, definitely not.
Can't buy their books on Amazon. You Google them to find out what happened and discover they've been banned. They're being called dangerous extremists, bigots, and Nazis. For the public good, they've been shut down, disappeared. You're a little surprised to hear this. They didn't seem evil to you or radical. They were just free thinkers, saying something a little different from the party line on CNN.
I am a free thinker. Yeah. I am Tucker Carlson. I am a free thinker. I am a free thinker. I am Tucker Carlson.
Always the one word that's come to mind when I think about Tucker Carlson.
And let's be honest here, too. There's a difference between a plain, simple, free-speaking free thinker and a demagogue. And a lot of these people, like, he's assuming that a lot of these people have good faith in what they're bringing forth. And some of them, I'm sure, some that he would cite if he was naming names.
So
then, you don't complain about any of this, though. You don't want anyone to know that you were watching forbidden videos. There's a penalty for that. This is what an authoritarian society looks like. It's a place where the group in charge will tolerate no criticism at all. That's what we're becoming. It was only a matter of time before they came for Fox.
Isn't your group in charge? You got the presidency.
Right now, right?
You got I mean, so like, you can't really claim that this is like fascism coming down from some government. This is like I would say it's like tyranny of the majority, but I really don't even think these people are in the majority. I think it's just tyranny of like a mediaocracy.
Well, it's something new. It's something new, and there's no name for it yet. But whatever it is, it's closely linked to the amplification of certain things that come out of the social media sphere, and like how something getting popular there is mistakenly passed off as the general sentiment of people.
Yeah.
Which is totally fallacious.
Because most of the people that watch Tucker Carlson couldn't give a fuck less, haven't heard about this, and would continue to watch him ad infinitum because they're that type of person.
Yeah, they don't really care about these things said 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Of the top dozen news networks in the United States, only Fox has an alternative view. The other channels speak with one voice. They're united on every issue, every time. They're in almost perfect sync with the priorities of the Democratic Party. Fox News stands...
I wish I could. Yeah. I'm trying to argue with that, and I'm really not coming up with it.
It's
so
because there's not really a good argument.
I can't really say that he's wrong there.
There's really no good argument that's not true.
The opinion shows on this channel have another perspective. You might consider that valuable diversity, something different.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that.
Let's go ahead and fill in the blanks there. I agree with it. The other perspective is the mirror image of the shit that you're excoriating over your shoulder
Fox
right now.
News is
The arm of the
face
Republican Party. Right. It is the propaganda arm of the Republican Party, and it covers news from a Republican standpoint, vastly more than any other standpoint. So let's not, I hate that. I don't like that, Tucker. I don't like when you're a weasel, Tucker, because all I can do is imagine that fucking necktie you're wearing drawing up into a bow, Tucker. That's what bow tie Tucker
Bring
does.
back the
Bad
bow.
Tucker. Good Tucker, if you want me to agree with you all the way through this, goes, and Fox News is basically the same mirror image of dog shit of that.
You know what, though? Fuck this dude, because he should be what he fucking is. Rip this fucking tie off, put the bow tie back on, be who you really are, Tucker, and maybe then you'll get a little bit of fucking respect from us.
Bring back the bow tie.
He needs
Well, I'm
it.
against the bow
Of
tie.
sameness.
But it's Tucker.
I'm anti-bow tie.
Yeah, I'm anti-bow tie too. But
I think that
it's
Tucker
him.
looks...
it's Tucker, and Tucker needs
Like,
it.
look, he's still got one of the most punchable faces I've ever seen on a man.
Oh, God, he
And there's
does.
nothing he can do about that.
Maybe
short
the
of-
bow tie was trying to
Well, his name is
distract-
fucking Tucker, dude.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You know how Ted Cruz was immeasurably dressed up by a beard? What do you think about a Tucker beard?
Yeah, dude.
I don't
Do
know.
you think
Someone
it would
out there
take away
Photoshop it
his,
for us.
I'm a little dandy schoolboy and I've got a lollipop.
All of our fans with artistic and Photoshop skills.
Put a decent beard
Yeah,
on
let us see.
Tucker.
Let
because
us
I
see
wanna
Tucker with
a
a
fucking
beard.
beard.
Tweet me Tucker with a beard so I can judge.
Tucker with the
We're
beard.
grateful that Fox supports that. The left does not support that. They would like Fox News shut down tomorrow. The other news channels agree with that.
Just
They
like
would it
Fox
too.
News would like CNN, CBS, MSNBC, ABC, and NBC shut down tomorrow, right?
Well, yeah, less competition.
Hence the
higher
hence the
ratings.
reason why you painted them as some kind of extremist propaganda arm of the Democratic Party, but glossed over the fact that you work for the other arm.
No, dude. Fox is about independence and free
Oh
thought.
yeah, that's right. The
Free
free,
think-
right.
the
yeah,
free
yeah.
thought
fair
channel.
and balanced.
They're trying to do it
TJ.
now. It's worth explaining how the process of banning ideas work, the means by which so many voices have already been silenced in this modern era. The first step is defining political disagreement as a mortal threat to the country, something that's dangerous. That's the job.
I mean,
of a
in
group
certain
called-
ways, isn't it though? Given your perspective, if you're a person that thinks that Donald Trump has immeasurably hurt America and cheapened America's respect and believability worldwide, then that political disagreement was absolutely central to America, wasn't it?
called the Southern Poverty Law Center. It's an organization whose name intentionally masks its role as an enforcer for the Democratic establishment. Groups or individuals.
Not only that, but they're responsible for a lot of the shit that's gone on YouTube because YouTube turns to the Southern Poverty Law Center to help them define
Help them
what hate
police.
Well, who
speech
else
is
would
and
you
stuff.
turn to, TJ?
Right.
Individuals who challenge the official story on virtually any subject
We
find
are the
themselves
censors.
designated a hate group by the SPLC. This is a handy way to crush your political enemies. By definition, hate groups don't have legitimate ideas or positions. They only spew hate. So you don't have to listen to them or debate their claims. You can ignore everything they say. Your only duty is to suppress them. And that's the beauty of the SPLC. Once they call the people you disagree with a hate group, you can move immediately to shut them up by force. And that's what they do. That's where Media Matters comes in. Media Matters is a George Soros-funded lobbying
Soros!
Once again, why are we ignoring the extensive and ongoing right-wing history of suppression
Well,
of
you know
speech?
exactly why we're ignoring that, don't you?
Like, honestly, I agree with this shit, and I think it should stop, but why can we not hear about the extensive, battle that has gone on with both sides of the political aisle, just endlessly censoring one another?
Yeah, there's a book that I can't recommend really enough.
Oh,
called,
you've posted it. Free speech for me, but not for thee, right?
And it's all about examples of censorship in politics coming from both sides of the aisle. And it's rich. People are always like, it's whataboutism, it's this, it's that. Well, go read the book because it gives you plenty of examples on both sides.
And this is why Tucker Carlson can never claim to be a credible journalist, because a credible journalist would allow for the fact.
They would give you a more of objective view. I mean,
Yeah,
look,
exactly. That this is something that is rampant on both sides of the political aisle.
Well,
this idea that you want to control and mask the speech of the other side is something that's gone on for a long time and needs to stop. That's a credible journalistic perspective.
It's a takeover of the mainstream media by like kind of like this gonzo social media journalism, where it's like the bias is clear from the
Right,
beginning.
and there's a reason why that type of journalism has always been looked at very, very scrutinized heavily and taken with a grain of salt,
Of
because
course.
there is something to be said for being a trained journalistic professional that applies an even hand when covering something, that doesn't allow their personal political bias to be reflected onto every goddamn story.
Well, then if you
Knows when to take a stand that's either apolitical or political, when it's appropriate to do that.
But if you take that away from someone like Tucker Carlson, there is no show. If you take that from
Exactly.
Stephen Colbert or John Oliver,
If you
at
take
this
that away
point-
from most of the media, there's no media.
yeah, there's no media.
If you all those media outlets that he had up there, MSNBC, CBS, NBC, CNN,
sure, all
of them, all of the major cablers, Fox News could have been thrown right up on that list. If
Yep.
you take away political bias from their 90% of their programming is out the window. I'd say it's very, very fucking. I'd say it's very generous for me to
It's
say
just
that
not-
10% of their programming might be politically unbiased.
Well, like you were saying earlier when we were outside talking, it's like 90% of it's just fluff now. It's not news anymore. It's just fucking. It's basically, it's editorial.
Who's fucking? Which celebrity showed their panties getting out of the car today? That's going to be going along the crawl as you're talking about national policy.
Well, it's also just pandering to fucking people. It's just pandering shit. So it's like if you have these kind of political ideology and these beliefs, then this is what you're gonna watch. And if the
I'm
other
glad
shit,
we
you have a
watched
fucking
this,
you have a
though.
wide array of shit choices.
It at least allows me to contextualize standing with Tucker and show me that I still am very fucking different than him on this issue, because I'm willing to call out what's really going on, which is a relentless pattern of censorship that seems to be apolitical.
Whose sole mission is to punish critics of the Democratic Party. Media Matters often uses propaganda from the Southern Poverty Law Center to bully corporations, news executives, and tech companies into punishing people it doesn't like.
Oh, you mean
Not
like the
surprising.
fucking right wing uses propaganda from these spurious fucking obvious right wing think tanks to bully people into fucking acquiescing on social media or companies into acquiescing? Like the utter ignorance of the fucking totality of the problem here is retarded, Tucker. You're not a journalist. You're a shill. You're somebody's little fucking mouthpiece. Somebody's got their fucking hand up your ass right now, and they're working your stupid little formally bow-tied mouth.
All right. I think that's probably about enough of that. And that's it. So thank you guys for watching.
I just want to put him back. I just want to keep ripping Tucker for another 2 hours, TJ.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
I didn't think you were serious.
I don't.
Yeah, that's it.
Make Tucker great again.
Thank you
dude.
guys for watching. Appreciate your patronage.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Stay tuned for a lot of cool shit on the horizon.
Oh, tons. We're we're shooting.
Yeah, we're shooting Dank D&D tomorrow.
Really soon, tomorrow actually.
I'll suck
Doesn't mean it's coming out tomorrow.
It's
That just
not
means
coming
we're
out
shooting.
tomorrow. It's just shooting, and it's going to be in the works.
in
So
the
you know
works, in
what?
the pipes.
Get your plate ready. Get your plate ready for the buffet.
Yes.
Ready.